Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Dear John Show, Sunday, 4th of November. God, it's getting close to Christmas, 2018. And what a night of poetry again we have. Well, before I start, maybe I might be able to interact with the readers when they come on, but nothing lost in that sense. We can still carry on. Hello, Chris, how are you? Chris Edridge, welcome in. We can still carry on with the poetry. And Diane, hello Diane. Diane Borges, lovely to see you coming in, hon. I know we're starting once you're in. I might be able to communicate because I had the phone with the guys from Apple the other day at the curry store, and hello Marna, and he's baffled by what might be happening, and everything seems to lead back to a problem with the device at Facebook or whatever. I'm just lost. But however, we will have loads of poetry anyway. I think we've got about, we're not short of 30 this week anyway, so we won't have time to be chatting too much anyway. I'll still chat to you in between and drive you mad. Anne Thrope, how are you? Lovely to see you, Anne. And Marna, what can I say? You're there again. I'm waiting for what's her name, Jennifer, now to show her face. She's just texted me there a couple of minutes ago. Just something I wanted to say, and I can't find what it was I wanted to say. I do now. I got some bad news today, and prayers for the family of this gentleman, and I mean an absolute gentleman, a gentle giant. Man I worked with, one of the nicest people I've ever worked with in my life. And Lord bless his soul, he passed away this morning from cancer. And his name is John Reynard. And John worked with us at Unicorn Security at Wolston in Warrington. What a beautiful, beautiful man. Absolutely beautiful man. And they say God only takes the good. Well, he's took one of the best in taking John Reynard away. Sincerest condolences to John's family, and prayers for his journey over to the other side. Well, guys, that's me bad news for this week. And would you look who's just come in? Christine Barker. Christine, I hope you have taken your honey. Never mind us honeys. I hope you've had plenty of honey, or wine, as you said. It's up to you. Well, anyway, I'll still be there. Yeah, and Jennifer, hello Jennifer, how are you? Good to see you in as well. Jeannie Kirchen, hello Jeannie, how you doing? Hope you had a good week. Oh, thank you, Anne. Absolutely much appreciated. So where am I going? Let me have a click on a little button down here. Do you know, I'm getting afraid to even click buttons now, guys. I really and truly am. I'm becoming terrified of pushing buttons. We're going to see now in a second if the echo is still there. Jennifer, you just carry on reading, and I'll just nod and throw me hands about.
That was quick.
It's still there.
Oh no, really?
Yeah.
Waiting for you.
I know. Me too.
Oh no. What are we gonna do?
I'm gonna take this. Oh, it's breaking up. I can hear it.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you read.
Okay, alright. You're just gonna let me go for it?
I'll have the poetry when you're finished.
Okay. Alright, well yeah, you're breaking up a lot for me. Can you hear me clearly? Are you clear? Okay, alright. I'm sorry to hear about your friend that passed away. It's always sad to hear, that we lose anyone really, but the good ones, it makes it really, it's hard. So love to you all who've lost someone that meant something to you. It's a sad thing, isn't it? The big C. Yeah. You're just gonna nod, yeah. Okay, all right. Well, I've got I've got a few new poets this week, and I guess I'm a little bit I get my favourite poets, and I read their stuff all the time, and I'm always looking out for them. So one of these ones, she's been on my radar for quite a time, and I love her stuff, and I approached her and asked her, could I read one of hers? And she's really lovely, and this week I want to concentrate on friendships. And so that's the sort of poetry I was looking for. They're not all about friendships, because other ones come up that I really loved, and I thought I really want to read that. So, but I've got a little mixture today. So I've got one by a poet. Her poet name is Sensual Musings of Jen. She's from Taipei. I've got one of hers that's untitled. Now I've got one by Craig Michael Lewis, which I know a lot of you are probably familiar with his work. He runs the poet group Love Like a Poet, which I'm in. I'm a big fan of his work. So it's the first time I think he's being read on your show. So I love his stuff. And I've got another one by Lola Myers. Then I've got another one by Stan again. And another one by Scarlet Poetess, because I do love her stuff. So, but I will give him a go. Yeah. I'm so sorry your feed's not good. How dull and boring for you. But I'm outside again today, so apologies if all the bird noise, but it's just so lovely here. I thought it's nice to be outside. I wanted to go down the water today, but I wasn't sure if I would have internet while I was down there. So here we are. So this one here that I'm reading first is Sensual Musings of Jen, and it's untitled. I asked her, because I like to know what the poems are about. She's got a writer friend who he really loves her work, and she feels that he just loves it because he's her friend. And like most poets, she feels she's not that good, but she's actually a phenomenal poetess. And he asked her to write what she actually thinks about herself. And this poem's about she's never felt that she's fit in throughout her life. She's always rather be alone and just never felt like she fit in. And I guess a lot of us go through those stages in life. But this poem tells me she's a romantic heart. So I'm going, I'll see what you think of it. So here we go. I'm a plain girl without a pretty face, but an introverted soul. Always stay in my shadow, watching the world to amazingly unfurl. I'm a weird girl that loves the antique, fading photos, yellowed letters, books covered with dust, things worn with age, things with a story. I'm a stubborn girl with an ancient spirit, believe in integrity, practice kindness. Compassion is my faith, gratitude is my hope. I'm a crazy girl that writes what's tangled in her head, words that without rhyme, sentences that without style. Maybe nobody will read the English poetry woven with Chinese thoughts, but I write it anyway. Trust that love is the common language beyond any boundaries. I'm also a clumsy girl that strongly believes love is the reason why this world is beautiful. But hey, maybe I'm totally wrong when I'm a silly girl after all. Sensual Musings of Jen. I like that one. I know, it's good, isn't it? I like her little quote, the English poetry woven with Chinese thoughts, and that trust that love is the common language beyond any boundaries. I think that's you hear that? They're the cockatoos flying above. I know. But yeah, I love her poem. I thought it was really, really, really good. So I've also got my cat circling around, so she's probably going to jump up in a second. All right. So the next one I've got is by Craig Michael Lewis. Now he writes an amazing array of poetry, and there was one in particular I really wanted, but I just didn't have the time to find it. So, but he's got so many, it's easy to pick something of his. But this one is called A Friend Like Me, and I think it's quite self-explanatory, this poem, and I guess it's the truth in the advice our friends sometimes give us. We might not always want to hear it, but there's a truth in it. So here we go. It's called A Friend Like Me by Craig Michael Lewis. Does he love you? I could sweeten the words, honey them up a bit, make them syrupy, sappy, so they taste better going down, for smoother digestion. But let's look at the original question. Does he love you? Did he say it in a poem he wrote about it? The one where he mistakenly failed to mention your name on purpose? The one where he made the comparison between the sun and your eyes, painting a picture of how they remind him of the most beautiful sunrise? That was bullshit. Did he say it's not about anything physical with you? You do it for him mentally. Did every other conversation manage to come back to something sexual? It was not what you thought it was meant to be. It was meant to be a lesson, preparation for the one who will treat you as you deserve to be treated, dear one. The one who will say the words he says and mean them. The one who will see you, your true value. Being with you is the equivalent of being complete. Oh, you know what I did? Oh my God. I forgot to flip the page. Can I start that one again? I know, I forgot to flip the page. I missed half the poem. Oh my God, I just said a rude word. Sorry. Apologies, everyone. That was, a lady never says that word. Okay. My apologies to everyone. Naughty, naughty. And apologies, Craig, but I'm going to, here we go again. A Friend Like Me by Craig Michael Lewis. Does he love you? I could sweeten the words, honey them up a bit, make them syrupy sappy, so they taste better going down, for smoother digestion. But let's look at the original question. Does he love you? Did he say it in a poem he wrote about it? The one where he mistakenly failed to mention your name on purpose? The one where he made the comparison between the sun and your eyes, painting a picture of how they remind him of the most beautiful sunrise? That was bullshit. Did he say it's not about anything physical with you? You do it for him mentally. Did every other conversation manage to come back to something sexual? Flipping the page. More bullshit. Being a man who was a boy that said some of the same things. I'm sure he added, no one has ever made me feel this way before. Clearly bullshit. Unless he has 8 clones who had the same feeling, be new 8 times. Bullshit. The sincerest lie is still a lie. Love is often someone saying the right things at the right times. That's what makes love blind. Sometimes foolish, a broken heart later. You'll see what it was meant to be. Was not what you thought it was meant to be. It was meant to be a lesson, preparation for the one who will treat you as you deserve to be treated, dear one. The one who will say the words he says and mean them. The one who'll see you, your true value. He'll know being with you is equivalent to being complete. He'll see what I see when I look at you as a friend, and then some. What one man does is not what all men do. I can be this honest because I am not trying to be with you. Not like that. A friend like me can risk honesty without consequences. Craig Michael Lewis. A lot of bullshit in there. Look, I think I love his poems because he owns the fact that he probably hasn't always been. I don't know. We all make mistakes, I guess, and but there's second chances, and it all depends when we meet the one. How many chances? It says 8, didn't it? He says 8. But look, love's great, but we all make mistakes. What can you do? But yeah, I love his stuff. Clearly, I'd like to see a lot more of his stuff read on the show because it's great. But remember to flip the page. See, that's what happened. I printed on double side. Yeah. All right. So my apologies for that. You're not going to ask me back. So this next one, of course, is Lola's, one of Lola's. And I read one of hers last week. It's good. And this one's called A Child's Secrets. And I asked her what this one was about, what she was thinking when she wrote it. She said it's quite an old one, and that Nina's must have read this one at some stage. But it's about sisters and the secrets sisters have between each other. And I have 2 daughters, and I really encourage them to have that bond of, having those little secrets. Yeah, someone that they can talk to. I think it's great to have that. I remember I've got 4 sisters, and I remember once this poem made me think of it actually. I had hypnotherapy, and in hypnotherapy this person was saying to me, I want you to remember some of your youngest memories. And I could remember my sister and I skipping and, playing the hand clapping game. Have you ever seen The Colour Purple with Whoopi Goldberg? Her and her sister play the clapping game. And when they're parted, they're doing the clapping game, which always makes me cry. And under hypnotherapy, I remember my sister and I playing this clapping game. And the secrets her and I have throughout our life, it's a bond. You just can't break it. Anyway, enough about that. I am going to give this one a bell. A Child's Secrets by Lola Myers. A child's secrets, some are as simple as can be, like a secret little friend that only her eyes can see, or a secret little cubbyhole where all that's lost is found, and a secret song to sing when no one is around, or a secret someone shared never to be heard, and a secret I once heard in my closet, a wounded little bird. A child's secrets may be simple in the eyes of you and me, but a secret is truly the hardest thing to keep. A child can keep it safe inside till it's time to let it go. Then is when she'll share with all who want to know. A secret isn't all a toy, although it keeps her quite content. It doesn't cost a penny, time is all that's spent. A child's secrets are forever theirs, something no one can ever take, like a wish upon a star, a secret when she wakes. A child's secrets, by Lola Myers. I like that one. Yeah, I think it's good. And she said that's like a little story about little sparrows that fell from their nest. So I like that one. Yeah, I know. But that's what she said, which was very cute. I like that one. All right. The next one is by Stan. And I know, you read a lot of his, so here we go. If I could write you in my world. If I could write you in my world of dreams and fantasies, but that don't bring you any closer to my world of you here with me. And if I kiss you, only ink stains on the lips I long to feel, as a constant reminder that my dreams of you aren't real. Just broken pieces of my heart lay shattered on the floor. Once again, I'm left to mend it, as I have time and time before. The tear stains on my pillow won't wash away the pain of the times I felt the sorrow they flow down like rain. The pen can change you and make you whatever you wish to be, but even writings can never bring you here to me. Stan, The Mind of a Parky. So I did ask him what that saying meant, how he signs the bottom of his signs, his poems with Stan, The Mind of a Parky. And he was told me that he was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease a few years ago. So that's why he has that, which I think's it's a nice little touch, yeah, to sign it that way. All right. You can hear my children raising, getting ready for school. So if you start hearing like, "Mom, where's my socks? Mom, Mom," I'm sorry. I'm just a normal household. As long as my 13-year-old daughter can keep her, moments nice. She's a typical teenager, loud and out there. All right, so the one we're going to read from Scarlet, Patricia Poetess or Scarlet Poetess, is called The Hidden Witch. And it's very hard to pick one of hers to read, but this one, I think, there's a little inner witch in all of us, really. I think there's something really lovely and romantic about thinking about, having a little inner witch. But here we go. Oh, it's called The Hidden Witch, this one. When the world had turned their back on her, she grows so courageously in her black and grey, even remembering so well her own childhood, when she still believed in the world was pink and life was a fairy tale, when her feelings were misjudged and her choices were considered so different or wrong, and ignorance of men in a blind society decided to punish and burn her. When her eyes recognized the true light and the power of the fire, she couldn't deal any more with injustice. And then she claimed for equality, but even the ones so close, they hated and betrayed her. When her willpower was stronger than her pains, they called her a Satan's daughter, so they locked and condemned her. When her passions were so alive in her heart and indestructible, they put a scarlet letter on her face and ignored her. When her love was the only thing she truly believed and would fight for, they decided to silence and kill her. But the witch spirit will never die. It will live in eternity in every girl and every woman that would fight for her rights. Though the coldness or through the fire, the spirit of the witch will never allow anyone to try and put her down. Would never be only a dream. They will never be able to make her forget her beliefs. For all the witches and the good ones and sacred, don't let anybody never again try to silence or kill who you are in your existence or in your mind. Do it for all your sisters that died so bravely for protecting their thoughts and also their rights. Be a witch proudly for choosing to live your life and be unique as you are. Be a witch in the memory of their lives. They were so brave. Even when they lost their bodies to the fire, they kept their stories in their smiles. They burned their bodies, but they never burned their souls. Witch, but not hidden. Kind, but firstly, with you, be fair. Be who you are and always dare. Only the cowards and the weak ones kill the true beauty of life. Miss Camarotti, Patricia. Now, she wrote this one a while ago, so this one was last year. It's not one of her new ones. I know it was the first time I'd actually read this particular one, so I really liked it. I really liked that. Yeah, Miss Patricia. All right, so now I'm going to read one of mine. Oh, hey, Dylan. Yeah. So I had two here. Well, I had a few here too because I wasn't sure which one I would actually read. But I think I am going to read Mirage on the Horizon. Yeah. This one I wrote a little while ago. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, let me just have a... All right. Mirage on the Horizon. That day had finally arrived. The day I had been praying for but hoping would never come. The day where you were not the first thing on my mind as I woke. The day where thoughts of your smile did not swell my heart. The day where thinking of your touch did not make my pulse race. There was a time when, not so long ago, I have to admit, when once I was consumed with my love for you. That is true. But isn't that the nature of true love? You shone bright in my eyes and thoughts. I was ravenous for you in every way. Like a traveller lost in the desert, you were my mirage on the horizon, and I drank so very deeply from your well. I was so in love with you, my soul's match. It felt like I had found my way home after wandering lost in the desert for what seemed like an eternity. I did not realise how lost I actually was until I was found. But there you were, that mirage on the horizon. I shall call you my mirage. I have come to realise that I was in love with a version of you that did not exist. I conjured up a man worthy of my mirage on the horizon, a man who was honest in his love of me, a man who was sated with the gift of me that I gave, a man who was happy with the vision of me and only me, a man who lavished all his gifts unto me. Together we shall sail the seas of forever, together, the forever of love, the forever of our nirvana. But you were a mirage on the horizon of hope and forever. So yes, I have come to realize that I was in love with a version of you that did not exist. The day I had been praying for, but hoping would never come. Like the sand sifting through my fingers, my mirage on the horizon is just that, a mirage. There you go. That's my little submissions for this week. I just see Nina come on. Her trip looks amazing. Yeah, her trip does. Looks amazing. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Look, I could rabbit on for ages, but I will let you go on to the next poet. Is that what you want to do? Oh, hang on. Okay. Very good. Well, my friend, I guess I'll let you carry on to your next one. I'll watch the podcast throughout the day while I'm at work. So I've got to go to work shortly. But look, I hope you get your technical issues sorted out, and they should be able to sort it out. Really? Really? Oh. It's a bit frustrating for you. Yeah? Very. Well, you keep it together very well. All right. Well, I'll watch the show, and some great poets there, and I'm glad to bring some new ones into the show. Yeah. Look, everyone have a great week, and I'll talk to you offline anyway. Yeah. All right. You guys have a great one. Thanks for letting me read. Yeah. Have a great one. All right. Bye.
Got me breath back. God almighty. I haven't a clue what I'm saying in sign language, guys. I hope you're having it. Because I ain't got a clue. But however, now it's my turn to rabbit on. Jennifer, thanks a million. You were absolutely brilliant. Beautiful poetry there. Really enjoyed. So I'm going to rabbit on for a little bit now, guys. Yeah, it's my turn to get it all out and speak and have no interference. God almighty, this is driving me mad. It's driving me nuts. Well, I suppose I'm giving you a break, haven't I? Because I will get this sorted out one way or the other. And then the regrets will be coming in, won't they? Oh, yeah. Nina, that's a great idea. Yeah, I'm going to try and actually bring it in. But I won't be able to talk to you because, what you may call it, I can't talk to anybody. But I will bring you in and see if I can get you on. See if you're there first before I try anything. Nah, you're not there now. You've disappeared. You've gone through a storm again. So you're not coming in. You're not good. You're out. You're outside. So, I've got a few here tonight as well, but I'm not going to start reading them yet. I'm going to bring Marna on first. And Marna, I do apologise. I can't speak with you. I can only speak after you're finished, because otherwise the whole thing goes around and about and everybody gets headache. So I'm not going to give anybody a headache. So I'm going to bring you in next, Marna. But you got to put your camera on. You got to come out and come back in so I can get you with a camera in front of your picture, yeah? Because there's not one there at the moment. So if you can nip back out of the show and nip back in, Marna, I will be able to get you on. Let me see. I'm going to take my earphones back out for a second because I did find Nina. Whereabouts, I don't know. But she can come on and read her poem now.
Better? Better. Lovely. Right, hang on. Huh? Say again. Can you speak? Because it might not happen. Speak.
It echoes.
Speak.
It echoes.
It doesn't echo now. Speak.
It echoes to me. It echoes to me.
Well, that doesn't matter. It doesn't echo to me. It's not echoing. Is anyone else getting the echo?
Else. Yeah, everybody else.
Oh. Okay. Well, yes. So, you'll have to excuse the state of me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to excuse the state of me because I've been to the North Cape today, so I'm a little bit snow swept and wind swept and ice swept and everything else swept at the moment, so it's a little bit chilly, shall we say. But yeah, other than that, all good. Have you missed me?
Looking very
like a hole
You're
in the
looking
head.
very Norwegian.
I look very what?
Norwegian.
What does that mean? I look like a moose. So I look like a moose. Okay. All right. Shall I read one then? Yeah. I'll try, but it's, you know, that it's a bit of a difficult one for me. So yeah, I'll give it a go. So this is one that I wrote. As you guys probably know, I'm on a cruise to see the Northern Lights, which we did last night, which was absolutely incredible. But it just makes me sad that I can't share it with my mum. So I wrote this. The brightest star I see is you, up there when nights are dark. My sadness is that when you died, you left and took my spark.
I smile through tears, I'll never heal or hold you tight again. Your spirit in the moonlight glows and tries to ease my pain. I long to hear you laugh once more and see your smile grow wide. But knowing this can never be just makes me cold inside. A mother's love protects you from the harshness in this world. When yours was taken far too soon, it left me in a whirl. I carry on because I must, though each day hurts anew. The passing of the years has not relieved the loss of you. Each word I write upon a page are memories etched in time. My love for you will mirror back, reflecting as you shine. I got through it.
You were fabulous. You were fabulous. I didn't expect it.
No, yeah, couldn't read it with the emotion that I wanted to, but I wanted to read it. So there we go. That was for my mum.
Beautiful. Absolutely.
Beautiful. Absolutely. And thank you for letting me pop in and read it.
Thank you for coming in and
Oh, pleasure. We're in the middle of the Norwegian Sea and it's pitch black, so I haven't got anything else to do. I'm hiding out from all the old people. I'm in the library. Yeah. Look, I'll show you. Look, there's nobody here. Look. But I've got a lovely fireplace. Look, I'm next to the fire. Look. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah. One of them fell asleep in one of the lounges this afternoon, and I said to Andy, they better give him a prod. I said I wouldn't take it for granted that he's asleep. That's really bad, isn't it? I'm a bad person. I'm a really bad person. There you go. No, we are the youngest on board ship, probably by about 30 years, shall we say, but it's all good fun. It takes us about half an hour to disembark because we're stuck behind everybody shuffling along. But we needed to we needed to do the Northern Lights, and unfortunately you can't pick and choose the passengers you travel with, can you? So hey ho, all good fun. Yeah, no, we were very, very lucky with the lights last night. Very, very lucky. I mean, you know, don't you? I've been talking to you anyway. So yeah, it's an incredible cruise. It really is. I mean, we've just done so much, and we're only a week in. We've got another week to go yet. So much more to look forward to. Cable cars, train rides, ice hotels. So yeah, tram rides. I mean, it's just really, really, really good. Looking forward to it. What?
How do you live,
What? What?
How do you live,
Oh, let me go and get Myrna or somebody on, yeah?
That isn't it? Told you.
Yeah.
Told you.
Oh, good luck with it. You'll be fine. Just keep miming. And I'll see everybody maybe next Sunday. Depends what time we get back. We'll see. I shall carry on watching as long as my battery lasts. It's not night. Oh my God, that cyclone. Honest to God. For those of you that don't know, who aren't friends with me on Facebook, we set sail last Sunday, and on the Tuesday we had a cyclone. It was force 11. There were 7-meter waves, and it lasted 20 hours. And I thought I was going to die. Genuinely thought I was going to die. I had visions of Titanic and everything. I even started calling Andy Jack. Yeah. They started calling me Rose. I even found a bit of driftwood to hang on to. Oh, it was seriously scary though. Mother Nature, I tell you, when she's in full force. Whoa. Yeah. Scary, scary, scary stuff. So, but thankfully we're through that. So when Captain says hello everybody, we have gale force winds of 6 and 2 meter waves. We go, yes, nothing. Child's play. I've been through a cyclone. Yeah. Hardened sailor now. I'm like you. I could join the Irish Navy now. Maybe not. Why is that funny? Why is that funny? I haven't got the accent. Gale Force 11. Yeah. Yeah. Is nothing. What? Write it down. I don't do 15. You went through 15. Yeah, right. You always have to go one better, don't you? Eh? 1-0. Whatever. Right. Speak to you later. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you, darling. Take care. Bye.
Oh, this is killing me, guys. This is absolutely killing me. I'm being massacred here. Absolutely massacred. No, Nina, what I meant was you wouldn't be able to go into the Irish Navy at 11. 11 is brilliant, but you have to be able for Gale Force 15 in Ireland, especially after the Guinness. Definitely need to be Gale Force 15. Joan Burke, it's lovely to see you in here. Absolutely brilliant. Delighted to see you coming in. Wow. Well, guys, I'm going to bring Marna in. And Nina, enjoy the rest of the trip. Enjoy the library. She'll probably write about 15 poems for when she comes back in there. It's so quiet. She's had to be in with a lot of Chinese people have come into the bar while she was talking to me at the bar. And God, I swear to God, I don't think they've been out in their lives for about 62 years because they couldn't stop. It was like they were catching up on 62 years and 62 seconds. It's absolutely awesome. Mine, I'm not going to be able to talk to you, as you heard with Nina and Jennifer. It's just not happening. But I'm looking forward to listening to your poetry now. I've got a camera for you now. I'm absolutely made. So, Marna, come and join me right in here. And let's have some poems. I'll stop talking as soon as Marna pops on the screen, guys. I'll talk when she's finished. Welcome, Marna.
Yes, I'm here. I'm going to have to teach you sign language because I do know a lot of it. Yeah, we used to do a lot of things with the Scoop of the Deaf when I was at the Scoop of the Blind. And this is going to really be funny. I was the interpreter for the blind and the deaf. I kid you not. It was fun. Because what? Oh, no. I know you can't talk. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and read. And the first, shut up, dog. And the first one I'm going to read is by Lena Power. It's untitled. And here goes. Let me find my cursor again so I don't lose track of what I'm reading. Okay. Untitled by Lena Power. You mix, you match, you drop, you catch. You rise, you fall, you feel it all. You dream, you scheme, you laugh, you scream. You die inside, your feelings hide. You wear a mask, energy's task. Ever trying while denying your loneliness. You won't confess, shattered dreams, unspoken themes. I love it. And my Now I'm going to go ahead and read my other one we've read before. And this is by Keith Forsyth, and it's called Cursed. And this one here, this is one of those wild ones that kind of hit me. Yeah. I related to this because of family members. A modern warrior, armored and ready, festooned with a plethora of weapons, the ultimate soldier filled with deadly intent, days of murder and mayhem, drowning in a sea of blood in this desperate life. Yet within this farce, within this fierce, lethal visage, a human soul resides, scared and alone in guilt of decades, standing solitary despite surviving this day. Old beyond reason, sins revealed in desperate nightmares. Death is a salvation of sort, cursed forever and a day, my sentence. Yeah, that was kind of a wow. So thank you, Keith, for letting me read that, and Lena, thank you. Now, my next two are from two guys that I met on a new group that I'm on, and they share the same last name because they're cousins. And I'm going to read George's one first. This is called A Mountain Meadow, and it's by George Brobeck. A Mountain Meadow. I knew a mountain meadow, cradle of peaceful dreams, captured in some feathered streams, witnessed by solemn pines. In spring I came to you, before new leaves, and trod your white blanket, while yet you slept, to glimpse your promise. Last fall you made me. In summer I ran your needled paths, down aisles of laughing aspen, through open glades. In fall your golden promise came, to warm the chill of winter's breath. Sleep well through winter's twilight moment. You know your immortality. I read that and I just so fell in love with the poem. I just said, yeah, I could that's how I feel about my bayou. You know, I visited, and also the marsh that I grew up, that was behind our house. And, you know, it's like, yeah, I kind of feel the same way. It's like every season it's different. So I just really enjoyed that piece. And the next one is by his cousin, Richard Brobeck. This one here, I'm going to tell you, I just enjoyed the heck out of it. See, I didn't say a bad word. I enjoyed the heck out of it. And you will too. It's untitled. And here goes. I am just a zygote, a multi-cell to be. I swim inside my mom and sigh, what's to become of me? My arms and legs will soon appear, with hands so I can hold, and feet on earth, upon the earth, and feet to walk upon the earth before I'm 1 year old. Then I'll grow some eyes to see and ears to hear the birds, a mouth and tongue and vocal cords for when I learn some words. I will be born, I will be welcomed home. I'll be the prodigy of harmony and loved by everyone. But until then, I'll do my zygote swim, safe and warm and all alone, unless I make a twin. That last line, I was laughing so hard. Unless I make a twin, I'm like, oh Lord, thank God I didn't have one of those.
Would be like having two of me.
No echo?
That's because I spoke low.
Oh, that's right. I hear the echo. Never mind.
Although I didn't get feedback that time. I didn't get feedback. What happened?
I don't know.
Any feedback?
You spoke too soon. Watch, you're going to get feedback.
No, I got nothing that time either. Very soon.
Don't know, and I am not going to say.
Someone just said I've frozen.
Could be. Okay, and my last one. But now you see why I got both of those, the cousins, because they're so different, and yet I enjoyed. I mean, I just enjoyed the zygote. When I read it, I'm like, okay, haven't heard that word in a long time, but let's go for it. Okay. The next one I'm going to read is one from myself, and this one is kind of longish, which is not my usual, but it's one, I will say, one of the favorite poems I've ever wrote. And it was inspired by, it's actually a tribute to Edna St. Vincent Millay. And it was inspired by her poem, When the Year Grows Old. And the first excerpt of this poem is an excerpt from that poem. So it's Master of the Art, inspired by When the Year Grows Old. And often when the brown leaves were brittle on the ground, and the wind in the chimney made a melancholy sound. And it inspired in me. I paused in my reading. Flight, take up my pen, search my soul, and slowly begin to write. Mere words that cling to breath from poets' thoughts, to linger still in patient pause until the ink begins to fill the silent quill. For truth, a poet's choice to scribe is not these words, the master of the poet's mime, their muses lulled into poetic, with strings of verse or lyric prose perchance, to breathe life into those thoughts born in rhyme. Is the poet's ink one of service, then, to scribe for the true master of the art? Are the pieces scribed from the poet's pen their own to claim, or must they share in part? Perhaps with words a poem's life begins, but they are born of thoughts, the poet's heart.
Oh, I like that one, man.
I'm not finished. With trembling hand, I set down my pen to read my scribbled words. A meager dedication, I thought, to a poet and her inspiring verse. Absorbed am I in my musings, and again for a second brief, I listen to the plaintive call of the wind and feel each brittle leaf. That mere words could wield such power to touch a reader's heart is a tribute to the poet's craft, a true master of the art. For I feel every word as my winter soon approaches, and the memory of years gone by slowly encroaches.
How was that?
You
heard me? Yeah?
Nope,
No?
I didn't hear you. I gotta say though, that is one of my favorite poems I've ever written, because it is true. I mean, I read the Malay poem and I'm like going, oh my God. And it just struck me so hard that, how can that's one of the reasons I started writing. This was written a long time ago. I've revised it, but this was written a long time ago. And I always thought that if I could just write like she could write, which I never can, I never will, but to have that power in words was just totally inspirational to me. So anyway, I'll let you go and get whoever else you got. That's my tribute week. And we will talk soon. Bye, everyone. I'll let you get whoever's coming next.
There you are now. Well, everybody, that's Marna and Jennifer. And we have Christine. And Christine has a bag full of poetry tonight. An absolute bag full of poetry tonight. Wow. Wait till you hear what's coming. Christine, your camera's gone off. I need you to go out and come back in. That's if you're coming in. I mean, I don't know if you're coming in or not because your camera's gone. It's been there all night. But your camera has gone. Oh dear. If you nip out and nip back in, I will be able to get you in. But I'm going to start with a little poem. 2 small poems. I'm going to do 2 small poems myself now. And one is by Hugh Haff. Hugh hasn't been on in a while, but I like this little piece. It's a lovely little piece this is. And it's called If This Is Me. Not knowing who I am is fine. In all, I'm happy just to be. And live a life I can't define. Exist, enjoy, and just be me. I'll be a nit, if not a man. Makes no difference either way. A rambling dreamer without a plan. If this is me, then me I'll stay. And I like that. I haven't got headphones in, Nina. That's why they're over here on the table. I've not put them in because it's making no difference either way. It's just I'm still getting feedback on through the speaker here on the phone. Hugh, thank you very much. As I said, it was only a small little piece, but I like the way you put it. If this is me, if you're you, just be you, and don't worry about what anybody thinks of you. So long as you think you're okay and you're doing the best you can, forget about it. Their problem, not ours. And I have another one called, it's another short one again, and it's from Rose Hannah. And thank you, Rose, for giving us your poem today. My Tears by Rose Hannah. Today my tears are gone. They seemed to have dried up and moved on. It is unusual for me, so I guess I should be happy. I have a feeling it's not over yet. One day soon my face will again be wet. And I know again they will start to flow. It will only be a matter of time. And again, there will be tears falling from my eyes. But for now, I will wear a smile, not a frown. We wear the masks. We talked about these masks last week or during the week. We wear these masks for everybody. And we don't wear the mask we should be wearing, I suppose. The real mask, the real face. Because we're always thinking of somebody else. And we get further down the list as we go along, don't we? And I love that, Rose. That's lovely the way you put that one together. Thanks very much. And Kathy Wagner Coates. I'm going to do one from Kathy. It's called Uphill. And the reason I really, really like this piece is it's the way she puts it so compactly as to how people find the uphill struggle in life. Uphill by Kathy Wagner Coates. I wrestle with this mind of mine, a dubious bag of tricks. My emotions robbing me blind. I'm a candle with depleted wicks. I dig down deep for answers, shovel them loose somehow. Was I a different woman back then than the woman I am now? So I toss my thoughts in the fisherman's net in hopes to drain my stale regrets. I'm afraid to move forward, yet I fear standing still. I consequently choose to climb uphill. And how many of us here tonight have consequently chosen to walk uphill instead of walking away or turning around and coming out of a situation? I guess there may be a lot of us. But that's life. Sometimes it's uphill and sometimes it's straightforward. Christine Barker, I have you on camera now. I'm bringing you on in. And again, unfortunately, I can't talk. I hope you've had a wonderful week in the week that's passed. I think your holiday is almost over now. Oh, hello, Anthony King. How are you? Didn't see you coming in, Anthony. Just seen you come up now. Christine, I'm bringing you in. Have fun. I'm going to sit back now and listen to the next 14 pieces. Enjoy, everybody. Before we go on, Echo, Echo Beach.
Hi, sweetheart. Loads of problems again. The gremlins, the gremlins, the gremlins. Don't we just love them? Oh, it's such a shame. Such a shame. But anyway, I'll just babble on as best I can. I'm not such a good small talker as you are, but I'll do my best to keep the show going. Keep everybody happy and amused. Yes, hello everybody. On behalf of John, who can't speak, but I tell you, you guys, his miming techniques are just getting so good. He's doing a good one here. I know. You're going to get me back on this one, aren't you? I know you are, yeah. Well, it's great to see Nina in, all the way from Norway. What an amazing trip, eh? Gosh. Yeah, oh gosh, I'd have been terrified, I really would. Because when we were in Canada on the cruise, it was so smooth because we were in the inside passage most of the way up to Alaska. So there was hardly any waves at all. It was just like floating on a lake, you know. So she's had cyclones, my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Terrible. Anyway, I've got a little poem that I want to read tonight that I told you in the week that I wanted to read a poem from Jeannie Kirschen, because she's going through a tough time, you guys, at the moment, in more ways than one. And so I just wanted to read one of her poems to support her on her journey at the moment. I know that she's just lost an auntie as well. One of her aunts just died, either today or yesterday, I believe. But on top of that, she's got problems with her dog. Her dog, Maddie, is she's only 7, I think, going on 8, so still quite a young. I think it's an Alsatian or an Alsatian mix. And they've just discovered that the dog's got cancer. She's got a tumour under her arm, or I believe in her front right leg. And I think Jenny's also found another lump in her back leg as well. So it's looking like maybe things are not going too well for the dog, Maddie. And she's even having trouble, I think, paying the vet bills as well. It's really quite sad, you know. So I just wanted to give her a bit of support by reading her poem that she's written for her dog, Maddie. So I hope that's okay. Yeah, super. So lots and lots of love, Jeannie. I'm sure on behalf of John as well and all of us listening, lots of support for you in the next few, whatever, months, years, however long it will be that you guys have together with your lovely dog. And I know how it is. I lost my boy in 2014. In fact, you might be able to see a picture of him up here if I can just stand up. Hang on a second. Share this with you guys. Ooh, there we go. There he is. Can you see it? Yeah. That's actually an oil painting of my dog that a friend of mine did for me. They took a photograph of him, and I knew nothing about this. And my girlfriend invited me to her 60th birthday party in London, and we went back to her house afterwards. And she took me into the drawing room and said, "Look at the wall." Then it was full of paintings, just loads of paintings, some really old ones and old masters and everything. And suddenly my eyes fixed on this painting. I said, "That's my dog. That's my dog." And her husband paints oils as a hobby, you know. And so then I got an oil painting of my little boy. So that's my Peppino. Sweet, huh? Yeah, really sweet. So there you go, Jeannie. I'm an absolutely doggy person completely. So my heart's with you all the way on this one, darling, all the way. So here we go. This is for Jeannie, my little contribution. It's called To Love a Dog, and her dog is called Maddie. To love a dog and unconditionally be loved back, an esteemed place held in the family pack, loyal, faithful, a friend so true, a dog will melt the very heart of you. Leaving paw prints upon your soul, a gift from God, a protecting role. The love they give, oh, what compares? God blessed us with their presence to share. Life with a dog, how precious are all those moments in time, their silly antics that bring laughter to your day and mine, their funny howls and their amazing tricks in the backyard playing ball and go fetch the stick, chewing up a shoe, playing tug of war and never caring about the score. They are happy just to be with you. Giving love is all they most want to do. And the love I have for my special Maddie girl, whose adoption into my heart has changed my world. I love her completely as she loves me. The best dog I've ever had is she. From her, I can't imagine being apart, for she has forever captured my heart. I don't know for how long or what tomorrow will be, but God holds us both in his arms lovingly. For now, I treasure each day spent with her. I will cherish each moment of that, I'm sure, as I look with tear-filled eyes upon her resting frame. God, please help soothe my heartache and pain. Dog, God spelled backward, a perfect gift from above, and that's my Maddie and her unconditional love. You're my precious angel, my sweet mad pie. You're my girl, and as tears slip from my eyes, I pray God will hold you in his tender arms as I hold you in mine throughout this storm. It's hard to see you in such a bad way, and I'm praying for you, girl, every single day. To love a dog like you and know you love me back, so unconditionally your love into me is poured. You're strong and brave, a friend faithful and true. My baby, my Maddie girl, how much I love you. Sorry, a bit tearful on that one. Yeah. I feel for Jeannie too, obviously. You know, it's very sad. So, sweet poem, huh? Very nice. Lovely to write a tribute to your precious pets. Yeah. So lots of love, Jeannie, and all the best for the next coming time, yeah? Okay, I'll just recover a little bit and move on to another one. Yeah. Yeah, let's try that one. This one is called The Waiting, and it's by Pia Ghosh. She waits, spreading her heart beneath the grey umbrella of clouds, perhaps in anticipation of his message. In the weeping sound of the crashing sea waves, does the dirge of the southern breeze bring to her pining heart the melancholic notes of love bereavement? His image is never within her grasp. His memories are so distant, they seem to float and fly away in the direction of the disappearing star trail, carrying the haunting melody of the gloomy, lonesome night, as an insomniac, tormented soul sobs incessantly, gazing towards infinite space. Waiting by Pia Ghosh. Yeah, beautiful. I like Pia's work a lot. Yeah, definitely. So this is someone called Lags Ray. Do you know this person? It's a man, I think, yeah? Okay, it's a man, no? Oh, okay, right. Lags Ray. So here we go. We don't know whether you're a man or a woman. Sorry, Lags. And this one's called Unspoken Words. It's a lovely piece. Silence hung in the air as they kept gazing at each other. It had been minutes before they settled down opposite to each other, eyes locked. It was years since they last met, the love that had bonded them once, now weathered. There was so much to convey, so much to unleash, but no words, just trickling drops that blurred their feelings. Between those unspoken words, between the noiseless chaos, with hearts soaked, they realized nothing could extinguish the flame. They had enkindled years back, not even the prolonged distance, not even the withered flesh, for it was neither love nor lust, a profound connect between two souls that transcended words. Love that. Yeah, lovely, isn't it? Very romantic poem, and yeah, love it. Really loved it. I've got one or two. Yeah, getting hot again, John, under the collar. I've got one or two tonight that I really like. Some lovely love poetry, and also some very interesting rhyming rhythms. You know, not always the conventional rhythmic schemes, which I enjoy. I like it when the rhymes differ a little bit. So the next one is from someone called Julie Peterson, who I think is also new to me. Is she a newbie? Julie Peterson? Okay, right. Yeah, well, I heard that. I heard you whispering there. Ah, okay, good. Super. Well, this is by Julie Peterson, and it's called A Shade of Black. You're always my light in the darkness, the sweet sip of deep red wine, the savory taste licked from my lips when all ink fountains run dry. I'll never forget those eyes, anticipation growing, knowing the ecstasy in the waiting, the definite hunger eating me away. Days from the past return with vigor, mirages and daydreams, now only past lovers. Today has met reality in daylight, and darkness is only a shade of black. Can't hear that one, John. She does write very deeply, yes. Yeah, lovely. Very nice. Very nice work, Julie. Super stuff. Send some more. So now I've got two witchy ones, because we've just had Halloween, so we need a couple of witchy ones, don't we? One of them is very, very short. It's only it's only 8 lines long, but it's really packs a punch. It's really nice. I like it. And it's from Casey Linsek Glower or Glower, and it's called On the Prowl. Like this one. Yes, love it. Witchery, treachery, villains prowl, moon aglow, wolves a howl. Beware of the stare, beware of the walk, pacing your steps, hearing your talk. Watch your back, or you may never come back. Nice. Awesome, Lindsay. Really good. Casey, sorry. And the second little witchy one is called Bewitched, and that's from a lady called Dawn Edwards. You know this? I don't think I've heard of this lady before either, but you do, yeah, you know her. Okay. No idea what you said, but never mind. Okay. I'm not so good at lip reading, I don't think. Okay, here we go. Bewitched by Dawn Edwards. Excuse me. Oh, witches of the east, witches of the west, pour in your magic, frogs to infest, rats, mice and lizards, long-bearded wizards, a cauldron of lotions for a concoction of potions, moles and noses, crooked hats, a broomstick, a wand and a scary black cat. My book of shadows, come hither and see a magical world of mystery. A forfeit for you, a treat for me. You may enter my coven, but will you leave? Love it. Some good ones for Halloweeny bits, no? Yeah, really good. Yeah. So let me move on. I'm going to leave that one for last because I want to end on a happy note tonight rather than a sad one. Having started with a sad one from Jeannie, I'm going to end on a happy one. So we'll move down here. Oh yeah, talking about interesting rhyme schemes. We'll move on to those now a little bit. This one's from a gentleman called Dylan McKinsey, and the poem is called Waiting. Sometimes, and what I love about this one, I like to play around with dynamics and rhythm and changing, you know, the tempo of things sometimes. And this poem lends itself perfectly to play around with things like that when you're reading. So here we go. Waiting, Dylan McKinsey. Sometimes time stands still. A picture of you, a rainbowed sky, a vacation spot, a twinkling eye. Sometimes it zooms like a car at the track, slips like a dolphin, its wake at its back. Sometimes it lingers, raspberry and lime, extinguished candles under moonshine. Sometimes it rumbles like a truck down a road, lurching and squeaking under the load. Sometimes it's silent, like graves undisturbed. And sometimes it whispers with memories heard. Sometimes it's slow, molasses on ice, while sometimes in napping the slowness seems nice. However it moves us, its moment is certain, and all wait that moment behind the rent curtain. See what I mean? You can really play around with that one, can't you, with the tempo and the fluctuations and the dynamics. It's quite a dramatic piece to read, fun to read. Yeah, I like pieces like that. As you well know, I'm a drama queen. So the next one is from a lady called Kari Thomason, and you asked me to mention her book. Apparently she's written a book called Mix and Match. So I'm guessing that this poem also comes from that book. I'm not sure, but I guess it probably does. No? Yeah. So here we go, from Kari Thomason. Look out for her book, you guys, if you're interested. Mix and Match. Kari Thomason, Behind Closed Doors. Behind closed doors, no one can hear me cry. Behind closed doors, there's no one to ask why. Behind closed doors, the key is in the lock. Behind closed doors, only loneliness knocks. Behind closed doors, the curtains are drawn. Behind closed doors, my emotions are torn. Behind closed doors, no one hears my voice. Behind closed doors, do I live purely by choice? Behind closed doors, I have everything I need. Behind closed doors, how I long to be free. Behind closed doors, no one can hear. Trapped behind closed doors is my biggest fear. Quite strong, no? Yeah, I liked that a lot as well. So, excuse me a moment, John. Seem to have a bit of a frog in the throat that feels more like a toad tonight, but there we go. So, dear. So now we're going to have one. Which one shall I read first? Yes, this one, I think, from someone called Sararia Yul. And the poem is called Please, Please Listen. Please, please listen to me with your soul and not your ear. I need for you to really hear so I can bring you very near. Hearts are broken, lives are torn, dreams are shattered, hopes forlorn. Pain and sorrow like cancer feed, ripping us to shreds through all its greed. Love is crushed by broken trust, joy is mashed by what's unjust. Slowly darkness feeds us hatred, soiling all that's pure and sacred. Please, please listen to me. I would like to set you free, break the chains that quench your fire, bring you home with pure desire. Purity is life's cornerstone, love the essence that brings us home. Forgiveness open all the doors, with chains and shackles falling to the floors. That's beautiful, isn't it? Really, really nice. Yeah, I like that. Send us some more. Do you know this person? Sararia Yul? Have we had poems before?
Is Liam
Ah,
Stahl. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we've had a
Once before. Okay. Right. And this is another new one to me. Another name I haven't heard before, Mark Squires. Yeah. And his poem's called The Darkest Day. And just in case anyone is offended by the F word, the 4-letter word, fuck, the word does appear in this poem. So just to warn you in case anybody's upset by anything like that. So it's called The Darkest Day. The Darkest Day by Mark Squires. Let's be serious about this, John. The Darkest Day. So, I've crossed so many different paths, some defined, while others designed to hold my whole life back. I'm a prospect of what most can't concede, with emotions strung so deep, my own demon set me free. I've crashed through the abyss, a place so depraved, my own shadow said, fuck this. To endure what most can't compute, I tantalize these old wounds to understand the truth, laying my whole life to waste as you lead me to this place, in spite of all the pain. To cast aside one's pride for days locked inside, their reasons cannot die, their intent crawling up my skin, attacking my conscience, leaving me as hollow as my sins. I keep dragging these old chains to wander in this place, no purpose, no strength to escape. And that's one of those unusual rhyming schemes, you know, that he uses kind of half rhymes part of the time and changes the rhythm of the rhyme, you know, so I found that quite fascinating again to read. Very interesting stuff. Yeah. So this lady, I believe, is with us tonight. She was earlier, Elise Gregory. Yeah, she's with us. And this one's called Who Are You? You who was my very best friend, or so you always said. We had a good time hanging out. It was as good as it could get. We parted and we had some fun, but we had sad times too. We really didn't fight at all, because that's not what friends really do. And then out of the blue came the day that you then talked about me. It was behind my back, and I didn't know how this then could be. I thought we were friends, so for many years, who knew each other so well, but it seems that you had other friends who you talked to about me. I asked myself just who you are. Why did I trust you? It must have been because you were so smooth. I asked now who you are. You can't be the friend I always thought you were, because you were never real. How could you just have betrayed me like this? Didn't you know then how I would feel? Rather sad, isn't it? Yeah, from the heart. So as a complete contrast to that one, we're going to have Beautiful Dawn by John Herlihy, or however he pronounces his name. Yeah, is that right? Oh, amazing. Herlihy, yeah, lovely. Beautiful Dawn. This is very pretty. Beautiful dawn, a smile on her face, lilacs waken with a yawn, blooming with a lovely grace. Birds break the dawn's silence with their timeless melodies. I listen patiently in compliance to their effortless lyrical rhapsodies. The dawn does not linger long. The sun's rays are anxious to arrive. Dawn's delicate light will soon be gone, making way for the day to thrive. Dawn glows stronger in the distant east, its light on my lawn as a tempting feast. Isn't that beautiful? Really is beautiful dawn, isn't it? Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Like that one. I'm just going to sit up a bit here. I'm falling down in my seat. Okie dokie. So now the next one. This is another very interesting rhythmical poem to read. Another one that I find quite fascinating. This is my next to the last one, and then I'll go on to the funny one to end with. Okay. This one is by Shelley Gambino, and it's called Broken Pieces of Me. Love that title. Love it. And again, it's a very interesting one to read. I've been knocked down, drug around, broken, scattered, rendered black and blue, left in pieces, the aftermath of you. Trying to assemble them back one at a time, I find I remain incomplete and in need of working on me. My wholeness has been stripped and raped. The life I grew to know, the life forced upon me, the life not my own choosing, the life I chose to hate. It was never about me, yet I was a victim of your subjection. Taking the abuse daily, it became custom, the way of life. You, the predator, I, the sheepish, young, innocent prey. Your callousness, cold, calculating, bold, determined power trip, knocked me down. Inside of me, took something away. I still suffer now, not at your hands any longer, but my own. As depression creeps in, as I long it to sail away, and off it goes to sit at bay until another day least expecting. I promise I try to get